Hey everyone, welcome back to another crochet tutorial. Today we're going to learn how to make a chain. A foundation chain is probably one of the most important things to know because it's how you're going to start any project that's not in the round. Um, they're super easy, super simple. I always recommend practicing just chaining a whole bunch before you start any stitches. First, you will need some yarn and a corresponding crochet hook. So I am using a weight 4 yarn with a size 5mm crochet hook. Now, the first thing we're going to do is make a slip knot. Here is how I like to make mine. I've been told I make mine a little weird, but this is what just made sense in my brain. So I'm going to lay the yarn with the tail end towards me, the working end away from me, over 3 of my fingers on the palm side. Hold that in place with my thumb. I'm going to wrap the working arm end around the back of my hand and cross it in front to make a little circle. So the working end is now up here, tail end is still down here. You have a line with an X on your palm and one single line behind. Then I'm going to take my fingers out of that, keep hold of that loop there. This is my working end. I'm going to push it through the middle and grab it in the center of the circle with my hook and then pull that tail end. And there is a slip knot. After you have your slip knot, you're going to want to yarn over and pull through and yarn over and pull through. That is all a chain is. So we're going to grab our working end, hold on to our tail end. We're going to yarn over and pull through. And there's your first chain. Yarn over and pull through. There's your second chain. Yarn over and pull through. There's your third chain. You can tell we're at 5 because I'm going to count how many V's we have. So each V is a stitch. So this first V here was our first stitch. Our second V here is our second stitch. Then we have our third stitch, our fourth, and our fifth, and then our working loop on the hook here. So if we keep going, we'll do 10. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. We should be at 8. Yarn over, pull through. Now when I'm pulling through, I like to, excuse me, twist my hook down while I am pulling. So I'm going to yarn over, make sure that yarn catches on my hook, pull it down and through. Some people like to twist all the way away. I don't like to do that. I find my yarn slips out too easily, so I just like to pull down just a little bit. So it makes it through without slipping off and without catching onto the loop. If we don't twist the hook, it catches on the loop and then we can't pull the yarn through. But if you twist it down, it'll make it through that stitch nice and easy for you. And there we have our little chain. Now you're going to keep chaining as many as your project calls for. So make sure you're keeping count. Sometimes if I'm chaining a lot, like for a blanket, I like to put stitch markers every 10, 15, 20, etc. stitches, just to make sure that I, don't have to go back and count a whole bunch when I lose count, because I inevitably will lose count. But this is what your completed chain will look like, and then you can go back through into the stitches. I hope you found that at least somewhat helpful. Apologies for how my voice sounds right now. My allergies are kicking my booty. But thank you so much for being here. And if this was helpful for you, please, please, please share with your friends all those lovely things. Because that's what we want to do. We want to help each other out. So thank you again for being here, and I will see you next time.